Tehrani. We're at the IT Expo Tech Super Show 2020 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. David Beagle's with us. He's with Ooma. And David, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you, Rich. I'm actually doing pretty good. It's been a great show so far.
Thanks for being here. So for those people who aren't aware of Ooma, why don't you give us the elevator pitch of what you guys do?
Sure. So I think most people who have heard of Ooma knew that we were a residential VoIP provider. And a few years back, we actually entered into the B2B market. And most recently, and over the last 2 years, we've gone more into partnerships and channel. And I was brought on board about 6 months ago to actually expand our channels, to actually go more in an indirect fashion. And so we've been recruiting MSPs, VARs, telecom agents, IT consultants, you name it, right? And so they're now representing our services to their clientele. And more importantly, we're actually building programs that allow them to go to market more in the way or in the capacity that they wish to, so they can actually derive their revenue streams via fees, margin, residuals, you name it.
Excuse me.
Caught you off guard there.
You really blew me away with that one. I was actually thinking about that really big deal that I wrote about some months ago with Sprint. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we went into a relationship with Sprint where we were able to use a lot of their backbone. Now, I'm not part of that organization or that division, so I'll let the experts on their side get more specific with you in some further interviews. But I'll tell you, to leverage their brand and their backbone for some of the 4.5G networking capabilities will allow us to put voice over that. With our Ooma Office product, to be able to simultaneously put voice over not only the 4.5G, but maybe the client's own backup or internet connection will allow them to have redundancy and some capacity that they don't really get. And think of this really from a rural perspective, or for clients that are coming up, where they got to be live quickly. We can actually deploy a Connect, what we call Ooma Connect, an antenna. They can go live with our Ooma Office solution within minutes. Right, so it's a really, I think, is going to fit a niche and a void for a lot of people who just can't get fiber, who can't get maybe their internet connection right out the gate. So it's a good starting point from that. And then, of course, once they get their connection, they can use that as a backup.
Well, congratulations. Sounds like a fantastic partnership there. Any other news we should know about?
Just other than the fact that we're continuing to expand our programs into the channel, you'll see more and more of our reach, not only through the telecom master agencies. We're probably going to make some efforts to go into distribution into some of the areas so that some of the VARs can do things. Probably the biggest news in the last 6 months outside of the Sprint is our launch of our white label program. So a lot of our partners now, whether they have the taxation capabilities or not, can engage with us and have a branded VoIP solution that they can actually deploy to their clients. And we've got a very easy interface that allows them to administer their clients, basically click, drag and drop to provision. And so we got a pure white label, we'll do the taxation. We got a gray label. If they have that capability, they can still leverage us on the back end. And the one thing I'd say about on the white label that makes us, I won't say unique, but makes us a strong play is it's not just about the software, it's about the network behind it. So we can actually have a lot of the redundancies both on the data infrastructure side, but also on the telecom side.
So in your opinion, why should resellers, whether they're MSPs or whatever they are, choose Ooma?
Well, I think we have history. I mean, that's one. So we've been around for 15 plus years, and we're a publicly traded company, which a lot of people don't really realize. And so we're financially sound. We're not in the business of actually going out and trying to drive revenues up just for the sake of being acquired, right? And we see that a lot in the competition or in the competitive field. So we have legs. We've been around for quite a while. We have 1 million plus subscribers that help us fund our business and keep it going. So we're very healthy in that regard. And then the other is that, quite frankly, Ooma Business, which is when I take the residential side. If you look at Ooma Business, we have two very, very key services. One that's Ooma Office that is really targeted to the SMB and SOHO market. Very transactional, out of the box, business phone service for like Main Street America. Think florists, auto body shops, but it's not just the 3-man outfit. It could be thousands of users across a distributed environment. But that solution, again, out of the box, strong feature set, no contracts. So for partners or even clients who want to try out Ooma, that's a safe way to go. But let's say you're an organization that's a little bigger and have more deeper needs. Ooma Office, probably not the right fit. But Ooma Enterprise, via our acquisitions of BroadSmart and Voxer in the past, our Ooma Enterprise solution is more of a true UCaaS, more collaboration tools like video and desktop apps and integrations. Our API integration library that allows you to go into the business line application really sings, right? And it sings well for those people who are enterprise minded. And so when we say enterprise, it's not about the size. It's about the mindset. The 50 user organization probably has unique needs that fit within what an enterprise would need. And so that's our enterprise play. So we've got both solutions that fit both. And what you see in the marketplace, I think, today is a lot of the providers are trying to get away from that sub 10, that sub 15 space. I will tell you, our minimum user, we just won't take anything less than one. So.
How do people find you?
Well, they can find us via many different ways. I mean, you can find us online, right? And go to our website. You can have a chat with our inside sales teams. You can find us via your partners or your trusted advisors that maybe you're working with today. They probably have heard of Ooma, and if they haven't, they will. They'll definitely be able to guide you. Other ways that you can find us, we've got local offices more out west. But what you'll see over the next 6 months to a year is you're going to see us everywhere. Right, not only through our relationships and our partnerships, but also through some of the media and some of the more germane reach outs that we're going to do on marketing side.
Thanks for being here.
I appreciate it, Rich. I really.